Alright. Sorry guys, looks like we just lost 5 people. I guess they didn't like that song or something, or what I'm talking about. When you share the truth sets you free, and either it makes you angry or it doesn't. And I just showed you, and if you want to see it again, I will show it to you again. Because, turn that off. Unemployment.ohio.gov. You guys got to see this. Unemployment.ohio.gov. Let me get it focused. See that? It says right here, claimants may continue to file for benefits. Now I have to ask you once again, how can you file for benefits if you can't put in a weekly claim? I'm not arguing about should they get paid or not. I'm arguing about why are we lying to ourselves and to other people? Why can't these people that don't have money still state they're unemployed? 2, how do we solve this problem? First, we bailed out banks. Then we bailed out an auto company. What did this solve? These people still outsource jobs to other countries to save their butt. So that didn't solve anything. So when you bring the American people the opportunity, which I just read to you a minute ago, Emma Lazarus, 1883, the poem that's written on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty. Liberty and the pursuit of happiness. In the age of enlightenment, you want to go get my paperwork from me on the office. What happened is we found out that people have a right, and I'm not going to go into the whole bit of it, but in the age of enlightenment, in the beginning, people found out, that because we are humans, we're able to think. No, the papers on the floor. And being a Christian, we realize that they're blue ink. Either they're on the floor or they're somewhere around there. Sorry, my voice is cracking. I'm really adamant about this tonight. I had to take a drink of some coffee. Let me get my notes here for you guys. But what happens is this founding movement of figuring out who you are and why we fit in and why America is different. There's this big argument about money and how it should be spent and how things should be done. Well, honestly, from a Christian point of view, money is relative. I can say that this coffee cup costs 2 cents, or I can say it costs $5 million. It all depends on who's willing to pay for it. Economics is simple. It's about, supply and demand. What you're getting, what you're giving, how many people will buy something. Well, if more people buy it, we need to charge more for it. I mean, you used to be able to go to the movie theater. My grandmother always told me this. I used to go to the movie theater for 15 cents. I went to the theater, got popcorn, and back then they got pop or soda, whatever you want to call it. With vanilla and cherry, in it. How much does it cost now? In California, I paid $12.50 for just the movie, and they wanted another $15 for the large popcorn and drink. So by myself, I paid $25 to $30 in one movie theater. There has to be, a checks and balances system. There has to be some, a balance here. That's what America was about. It's about opportunity, allowing people to have a freedom of choice, an opportunity to move forward. Because, yes, the people who founded the colonies and did different things, like between Puritans and Virginia Company, however you want to argue that, a lot of them had money. But between the upper and lower classes, the lower classes gave the opportunity for these people to reach out. And we have this, 3-branch tiered system to try and regulate and formulate a solution. So when you have this with unemployment, there's the argument over here saying we can't afford it. And because we can't afford it, some people want to say we can't afford it. population control. These people are lazy. They don't want to work. They need to get a job. Because of these 4 things said, ethics in business and in society states that after 3 to 6 months of being unemployed, you are a bum. You are lazy. You are worthless, and you're no good in society. So therefore, when you apply for my corporate job, I will not hire you. I won't hire you. That's what society says right now, today. This isn't my personal thought. This is what's going on. We shared an article the other day that talked about the unemployed will not be considered. Sony Ericsson. Big company. And it's probably not just Ericsson. It's probably all of Sony. You know? I have lost more opportunities for jobs because I was not employed, or I was unemployed too long, or I didn't live in the state that they lived in. So what is the solution? Well, I just told you all the bad stuff that society does. There needs to be a paradigm shift in business and ethics. This isn't a religious issue or a Christianity issue. This is a people issue. Both sides need to learn to agree on what I'm about to say. The economy is collapsing worldwide. We're about to come. Obama spoke at the G20 summit, and within the vehicle of opportunity, he talked about what I say. Now, this is being paraphrased, and you can watch the whole 47-minute speech if you like. But what he ended up saying at one point in the speech was that anything I say I'm going to do, I'm going to follow through on. And at the end of the year, the beginning of the year, the American people are going to be faced with a very tough decision on how to cut the budget. The G20 summit, as you know, G20 summit is the top 20 countries in the world. It's pretty much a New World Order scenario. You know, these are the premier countries. These people want to ask questions. They talk about what's going on. This is how, in the direction that they're trying to move forward. So here's what happened in this statement. He says that this is what G20 encompassing whole, all these 20 countries, they came together and they bantered and they argued and they debated and they all agreed that by 2013 they want to cut their financial deficits by 1/2, 50%. Now, how much debt are we in? We're in the trillions now, right? 5, 6, 7 trillion. You want to cut that in half by 2013, which is a year after Obama's supposed to get out, right? Okay. 13 trillion. Well, that's even better. You know, to cut it in half. We'll make it 6 trillion. We know that the financial bill did not pass, and they're still working on that. The healthcare bill passed, and there is the rumor within a conservative movement, because I have friends that are connected to Congress and D.C. and other states and things, and the rumor that's trying to be written up before November to present to Congress and the House and everybody, and then brought to the American people as public, is they want to get rid of Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare, because they're going over to the new healthcare system. That's good and bad. Now, like I said, there's supposed to be a balance and a shift. What's this got to do with unemployment? What's this got to do with freedom of worship? When you speak and when you talk, your mouth can bring forth curses and your mouth can bring forth life. These people in power in our government system have the ability to use the pen as a sword to pierce the American people for good or to pierce them for bad. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.